Safety and Fire by Mother Fluffer. Chapter 10. And this is the cafeteria, Toya grinned. Izuku awed softly before gasping. The room was huge, much bigger than his school's cafeteria. It had a better atmosphere too. Izuku heard some noise and glanced over. "It's lunch rush," Izuku said, beaming over at the hero, distracted by cooking. Izuku loved most heroes, and Lunch Rush was one who fascinated him. "He makes all the meals here at UA. His food is amazing," Toya told him. "Naturally, Mom's cooking is the best. His is a close second." Wow, Izuku watched the hero curiously. "Do you think I could get his autograph?" "I don't know. Would you like to go and ask him?" Enji smiled softly. Izuku glanced up at him with wide eyes. "I will be right here beside you." With that, Izuku took his hand and slowly made his way over to the hero. Lunch Rush looked up when he saw people approaching. He gave a small smile when he saw Endeavor and his son, but was a little curious about the green-haired boy beside him. "Morning, Lunch Rush. Smells great today," Toya greeted. "Thank you," he smiled and nodded his head politely. "What can I help you with today?" "Izuku has a little question for you," Enji said. Lunch Rush looked at the little kid, who looked nervous. "Can I have your autograph?" he asked nervously. Lunch Rush beamed. Not many people have asked for his autograph, and he was thrilled. "Of course! I don't get many people asking. Not much of a hero people love to support." Lunch Rush smiled as Izuku handed him a notebook. He happily signed it. "You're a cool hero. Thank you so much." Izuku accepted the notebook back and blushed happily at the autograph. Lunch Rush looked at Enji. "How long will you be staying?" he asked curiously. "Well, until lunch, most likely. I want to show Izuku my agency too." Enji smiled. Izuku gasped and looked up at him. "Really?" he asked. "Yeah, I know my sidekicks will hate me if I don't introduce you," Enji smiled. "They will love you." "Then why not stay for a bit of lunch before the students come running? I make more than enough," Lunch Rush offered. Izuku looked up at Enji with big eyes. The number 2 hero smiled softly. "Okay, we'll stay," he nodded. Izuku turned back to Lunch Rush, happily plated up 2 lots of curry, and handed Enji a tray. "I'll head back to class. See you after school." Toya gave Izuku a big hug before running off. Izuku waved softly. Enji and Izuku settled down at a table. Izuku smiled brightly at his plate and happily dug in. Enji smiled softly and also began to eat. Izuku was clearly enjoying himself. Enji could feel the kid kicking his legs happily as he ate. "Ray and I were thinking, Izuku, would you like to do some shopping for new clothes?" Enji offered. "Just to keep it ours if you ever stay over, and hopefully for when we can get you out of your current situation." Izuku looked up at him with big eyes. "You want me to stay if they can get me away from them?" Izuku asked. "Of course," Enji nodded. "I already see you as one of mine, and I know Ray feels the same, and not to mention Toya, Fuyumi, Natsuo, and Shoto. I am sure Shoto will freeze me if we didn't take you in." Izuku blushed at his words. He looked at his food nervously. "They won't let me go without a fight. They don't like me, but me going will look bad on them," Izuku said. "I know, but I'm willing to fight. Tsukauchi and I have planned everything out. It might take a while, but we will get you out of there, I promise, Enji said. Izuku sniffed. Enji reached over and petted his head. It's okay. Let's finish lunch and head to my agency. I know everyone is excited to see you. Knowing them, they probably brought gifts, Enji added. Izuku gave a watery smile and continued eating. Izuku jogged alongside Enji as they walked towards his agency. Enji could see people with their phones out already. He bit back a smile. Exactly as planned. One minor plan Tsukauchi agreed with. The media seeing Izuku with his family will cause them to speculate. And if they do it often enough, Izuku would be looked for when they are out normally. Too long without Izuku present and, well, that is when the questions would start. Rei was full on with this idea, already looking forward to adding Izuku in on all their family outings and activities. Izuku awed happily as he entered the agency for the first time. The few workers and sidekicks in the hall turned to look. Enji chuckled. Careful there. What do you think? Izuku asked. This place is huge. Izuku beamed. Enji nodded proudly. The bigger space helps with those leaving and entering without causing a block at the door. Also helps keep the hall cooler, Enji smiled. Most sidekicks here have fire-related quirks, so you can assume it can get very hot in here. Wow, Izuku smiled. This place is amazing, Enji beamed. I'm glad you like it. We tried to make it appear as approachable as possible, Enji explained. I know I can appear to be very intimidating to the public, so I try and make myself look a little more friendly, to reassure people I am quite safe to approach. Some heroes don't care about that, Izuku mumbled. No, they don't, which is a shame, Enji frowned, but he smiled at Izuku softly. Now, let me give you the full tour and meet the other heroes working here. You ready? Izuku nodded eagerly. Enji held his hand in a firm grip. He could feel Izuku trembling slightly. But he made sure Izuku could feel how he would be by him every step of the way. Photographs from phones were sent to many media outlets, and they were already running with the story, and curiosity over his unknown green-haired child, who Endeavor had been keeping so close and treating with such fatherly care. The first theory was made. Were the Todoroki families fostering a child? Hey everyone, it's Tempe again. That's the end of this chapter, and if you liked this, please follow the links in the description to go to the original work and support the author. If you liked this, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. If you have any suggestions for fanfictions or how to make this better, please leave a comment, or you can send the suggestion to my email in the description. Alright, thanks guys. See you next time. Bye.